On this morning for sports, my name is Joe Saji, bringing you all the updates from the Black Stars of Ghana, where confirmed date and venue for our African Cup of Nations qualifier against Angola. So the Bayara Sports Stadium would host Ghana's 2025 Total Energies African Cup of Nations qualifier against Angola in September. The Black Stars will host the Sabo Antelopes on Thursday, September 5th, before traveling to Niger for their second Group F game on Monday, September 9th, 2024. Ghana are in Group F alongside Sudan, Angola, and then Niger. Now, the top two teams from the group will qualify for the 35th edition of the African Cup of Nations in Morocco next year. The executive committee so the Black Stars of Ghana, as I said, they would be hosting Angola at the Bayara Sports Stadium. And the Bayara Sports Stadium recently was seeing the news. It was used for a crusade, a powerful one. We don't tire. All right, now let's move to the Black Sharks and the executive committee of the African beach soccer team. Yes, they have officially released the dates for the African Beach Soccer Tournament. So the executive committee of the Confederation of African Football has officially announced the dates for the 2024 Beach Soccer African Cup of Nations. The tournament will take place from October 19th to October 26th, 2024 in the coastal city of Hurghada in Egypt. The city is expected to welcome Ghana's Black Sharks, Senegal, Mauritania, Malawi, Morocco, Tanzania, Mozambique, and then, of course, hosts Egypt for the tournament. Finalists from the competition will represent Africa in the FIFA Beach Soccer World Cup, which will be staged next year in the Seychelles Island. Ghana, of course, made it to this year's edition of the AFCON after beating La Côte d'Ivoire 10-5 on aggregate in the qualification stages there. All right, now still on, I'm going to talk to you about Croatia would play Spain, and then we'll see Greece take on Serbia. The United States would take on Australia. Italy would play Hungary there. So let's just bring you what water polo is all about. Yes, you know that, of course, on the sports show, I always bring you interesting education and fun facts and all that. So water polo is a competitive sport played in water. Yes. So first of all, it is played in water between two teams of 7 players each. The game consists of 4 quarters in which the teams attempt to score goals by throwing the ball into the opposing team's goal. So if you are joining us on Facebook, you're able to see some images of what water polo is about. Just get to Facebook right about now and actually get a view of what water polo. Yes, it is an event. It is a game. Do you think that Ghana can actually invest in water polo and probably take part in subsequent Olympics? So the game consists of 4 quarters in which the teams attempt to score goals by throwing the ball into the opposing team's goal. The team with more goals at the end of the game wins the match. Each team is made up of 6 field players and 1 goalkeeper, including a goalkeeper. Players participate in both offensive and defensive roles. It is typically played in an all-deep pool where players cannot touch the bottom. So 6 field players swim, tread, pass, and shoot in an attempt to score into a goal defended by a goalie. Basic water polo strategy is similar to basketball and then soccer. Players anticipate a shot or turnover and counter-attack begins. The ball is advanced through dribbling or passing, and proper spacing must be maintained. So Olympic pool size for water polo is 30 meters by 20 meters. A typical age group pool size is 25 meters by 6 lanes. So unlike a number of other sports, water polo has relatively few rules. 6 field players and then 1 goalie start the game. The team actually consists up to 15 players. Now, field players must pass, catch, and then shoot only with 1 hand. Goalies must use 2 hands. Taking the ball underwater when guarded is a turnover. The official playing field is at least 25 yards long and then 20 yards wide. And the water is 7 feet deep. So players may not touch the bottom or hang on the wall. And games consist of 4 quarters, as I said earlier, and typically last for 45 minutes to 1 hour. There is a 30-second shot clock per possession, and minor fouls occur frequently and result in a free pass. There is no limit to minor fouls. And finally, after 3 major fouls, a player may not return to the game. So after 3 major fouls, ejections, a player may not return to the game. So that is about water polo. It is part of the Olympics. And then, as you always know, as I always bring you, I bring you one event and that we do not actually know around here in our part of the world. Now let's move to some transfer news. Alvarez, so taking us straight to Europe, where the transfers are real and big and juicy, because Julian Alvarez of Manchester City would be moving to Athletico Madrid. So according to Fabrizio Romano, the deal is in place for 75 million euros and plus 20 add-ons. Charlie, City are making money out of Julian Alvarez. So Alvarez has accepted the proposal for a 5-year deal after talks with their agent concluded yesterday. Don't forget that City actually signed him for 14 million pounds, and they are now going to sell him for 95 million euros. Buying him 40 million pounds and selling him for 95 million euros. That is a good bargain. Big one. Chelsea for hope people they see. Hope say people they see. People just go buy players anyhow and sell them anyhow. All right, now Armando Broja and then David Datro Fofana are both expected to leave Chelsea on permanent transfers, and David Neres' agent is in Italy to negotiate with Napoli and trying to advance and get a deal for David Neres in there. Now Marcel have made an offer to RC Lens for to sign Eli Wahi on 20 million pounds, and now the player wants to move. Chancellor Mbeba has also been dismissed by Marcel. The Congolese player is accused of misbehaving towards a member of the management team close to Pablo Longoria. So he will no longer train with his teammates and will no longer wear the Marcel colours. Manchester United have considered these midfield options after distancing themselves from Manuel Ugarte. So Sander Berger, Richard Rios, and then Martin Zubimendi are options for Manchester United. Kedzuma is being tracked by Shahab Al-Ali, and let's see if he would actually move to Saudi Arabia. Manchester United had hoped to offload Casemiro this season, but it couldn't happen. Now we would also see Tottenham. They are pushing to sign Dominic Solanke, who has a release clause of 65 million pounds. Marcel have agreed a 4 million deal with Ajax to sign goalkeeper Geronimo Rulli, and then Chelsea would pay 40 million euros to Atletico Madrid for Samu Omorodion. And IBC here.
Yes, I am.
You people like signing.
Yesterday we played Red Madrid,
and
right?
you lost.
Yeah, we lost. But
the team
we lost honorably.
Oh,
the first half. Oh no, we missed chances. I stayed up late to watch. The first half.
You don't go sleep. You watch.
Yes, and then so we were wasteful. So Raheem Sterling, Madrid were very wasteful, right? And then our defense, we are leaking at the back.
That's the point. Yeah. For me, I think that you guys are going to play good football.
Yeah.
Enzo Maresca, but with his football. Yeah. Your defense will be very weak, and there has to be a balance. And I'm happy. Yeah, I'm happy that your defense will be weak.
No problem. But you see, I think with Cucurella coming back, and then of course Enzo and others coming in. What's the name? Palmer and others coming in.
You bring some balance.
Yes, we to bring some balance, right? It's Badiashile that we need to bench for. No two ways about that, right? Okay. And then Disasi. So don't worry. Don't worry.
Coach IB. So Premier League season is starting next week.
Yeah.
I'll be getting your prediction, but then what are your expectations?
Oh, I think we can't wait to have Premier.
You think you can get silverware this season?
We'll make top four.
Top four,
yeah. That's quite manageable.
We Manchester United, we know they talk plenty. All right, let me quickly conclude. Fulham have moved their focus away from Scott McTominay, and after their bid was rejected, and then Conor Gallagher has been given permission to fly to Madrid after his Atletico Madrid schedule later. There, you want him to go in?
I think he should go, but it's about time the Premier League looked at its policy in that regard.
Yeah.
The fact that the clubs are compelled to sell homegrown
Yeah,
players.
to actually bring in some money before.
Yes. It doesn't even help the English football, so to speak.
Yeah.
We need to play there, understand and acclimatize. But let's see.
Let's see what happens.
No problem. He's
very good.
He's good.
Yeah.
He's good. But I think he was given assurance that he will get playing time all right. But looking at his style of play and Maresca, he realized that.
Hey,
so no problem.
Hey, Coach Ibu. All right, finally, Angel Di Maria has extended his contract at Benfica until 2025. And then big one for Barca. We understand that Dani Olmo has landed in Barcelona with sporting director Deco to complete his move from Leipzig. All right, that'll be all for sports. My name is Jones Saji Lantam, and the whole squad are here. And trust me, you don't want to miss the morning show.